There are a variety of different Spider-Man games, from open world games with villains like Venom and the Sandman, to level-based gameplay with altering Spider-Man. And as more Spider-Man games are in the works, none have been more iconic as the explosive release of Insomniac Spider-Man on the PS4 and later Ps5. Within months of it coming out, people have made video essays going over how it is a perfect game, with some even going as far to say that it is the best portrayal of Spider-Man since the comics. Critics praise the game for its design, and fans of the character have been in love with the game. But why? What made this game so great? And what can people learn from it? Without a doubt, the aspect that is most talked about is the story and the characters in the game. Like many Spider-Man games, or just any game in general, there is a story behind many encounters and even side missions of the game. The story itself is very basic, following many plot points that have been done in the past, but what is very well done are the characters. Every character has some sort of stake in the plot, and each have their own personalities and consequences for actions they take.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
And none exemplify this more than the main antagonist, Dr. Otto Octavius. His character in the game is a failing scientist that Peter Parker works for. As you play Peter, you can see firsthand what their relationship means to both of them. Otto being a mentor slash father figure for Peter, and when faced with obstacles like their funding being cut, Otto suggests to Peter to move on so that he can be financially successful.
I can no longer pay you. If I were you, I'd look for a new job.
Otto is very sympathetic to players due to his poor situations, but even more so due to how much he cares about Peter, even viewing him like a son. This is what a casual player would see, but more well-versed players with more knowledge of the material the game is based on would know that Otto is a villain by the name of Dr. Octopus. The character ends up being a villain that fights Spider-Man, and goes on to become a very spiteful, revenge-seeking lunatic. So how does the game handle this? With an inevitable good guy turning bad, others have tackled this problem by making characters into twist villains, or an evil experiment gone wrong. But this game goes into a slower but ultimately more engaging path. It makes you witness his descent into madness on full display.
We've got enough! For the first time in my life, I don't feel like a failure. I feel like me.
It gives you reasons to not want this to happen. You don't want him to turn to a villain, and you don't want to fight him. An advantage that video games have over movies and shows is that you are personally playing a character. You are forced to fight a man that you once looked up to and once believed in.
Even if they don't appreciate it, we have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not. No, you're wrong! You are everything I wanted to be!
The pain and grief that the characters feel in every scene and altercation are so easy to latch onto and empathize with. This is sorely accomplished through excellent pacing throughout the game. If Otto just quickly became evil, it would almost seem cartoonishly cliche. So by having the game give time to the story and let it unravel in a natural way, it accomplishes so much more than if it forced plot points like a checklist. And this is true for every character. Even side characters with little screen time are treated fairly, and established characters don't even need to take up too much time to explain who they are. The collectibles in the game even contribute to the story of Peter Parker's adventures as Spider-Man, as you are able to collect items such as a piece of Rhino's horn, gloves used to fight Electro, or a vial of sand containing the Sandman. So the characters are well written, but how does the gameplay and mechanics hold up? Well, the graphics being basic do not make or break a game. Even games with very clunky graphics and basic scenery can have engaging gameplay. This game is definitely not one of those games, however, as the look of Insomniac's interpretation of the world of Spider-Man is breathtakingly beautiful. The changing of weathers blends seamlessly through the city of New York, and while an open world concept is nothing new in a Spider-Man game, this is certainly the best there is. Playing in an amazingly designed map is a breath of fresh air, and the smoothness of the mechanics make it an even more enjoyable playthrough. Swinging throughout the city feels natural, and traveling across the map is therapeutic. Combat is very fun as well, with the added bonus of different kinds of webs available in the game. In the comics and movies, Spider-Man is able to use webs in a variety of different manners, and this game utilizes them in a very efficient manner with the use of a weapon wheel. Some webs and gadgets are very overpowered, so you are able to run out of them, making you think about how you attack your enemies very strategically given the arsenal you have. And that is why the game is very fun to play. The amount of fast-paced decisions, you have to make. There are thousands of ways you can complete a mission and take out foes, by stealthily taking out goons, or fight them head on with very strong blasts and powerful punches. But there are things that prevent you from easily sweeping everyone you fight. First off, you are very frail, and a few hits will be game over, so you have to maneuver away and dodge attacks. Next is the previously mentioned gadgets, that you only get a few uses of, and while you can upgrade them, you cannot exactly spam web blasts. These two shortcomings force you to think about how to face enemies, and even if you don't have a laid out plan, you are able to utilize surroundings and make decisions on the spot that truly make you feel like a superhero. But why even progress through the game? Why do the side missions for any other reason than to enjoy a fulfilling and well-written story? Well, to look cool. Spider-Man has had so many costumes over countless stories and renditions of the character, and these suits are expertly added to the game so that you can choose how you look. But in order to acquire these suits, you must first level up and complete specific challenges in the game itself. Getting a new costume and cool look is helped so much by the graphics of the game. The art of every single suit is so well made, and there is so much thought put into each design. And every costume and suit looks like it's made by a different material. The classic suit is respectful to the character, and the game's own design is unique and stylish. There are entire videos of people wrecking each suit, and each one has its own feel. Which one is your favorite suit? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching and boosting this channel past 100 subscribers. This channel recently hit 150 subscribers, which is absolutely outstanding, and I am so very grateful. If you wish to support the channel, please do drop a like and subscribe, and with that being said, have a great day.